Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, greetings to everyone. I'm Benoit Girard from Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, and I'm glad to be able to address this agenda item today. I'll start by saying that it was an honor for me to act as chair of the 20th Regular Session of the Commission on Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture. I'm pleased to present this report as contained in document C-2025-28. The session was held from the 24th to the 28th of March 2025. On this occasion, FAO launched two flagship reports prepared under the guidance of the Commission and based on country contributions. These are the second report on the state of the world's forest genetic resources and the third report on the state of the world's plant genetic resources for food and agriculture. In response to the second report on the state of the world's forest genetic resources, the Commission revised the Global Plan of Action for Conservation, Sustainable Use and Development of Forest Genetic Resources, as contained in Appendix D to the report. Among its recommendations, the Commission stressed the critical role of pollinators for the productivity and sustainability of agri-food systems. It recommended that FAO invite, subject to the availability of resources, FAO members, relevant international organizations, technical experts, indigenous peoples, local communities, stakeholders, and other potential partners, including the Secretariat of the Convention on Biological Diversity, to a meeting to consider next steps in the establishment of a global pollinator platform. Furthermore, the Commission considered cross-sectoral matters such as access and benefits sharing, climate change, and digital sequence information on genetic resources, as well as the status of activities related to biodiversity for food and agriculture and to different types of genetic resources. Accordingly, the conference is invited to endorse the conclusions and the recommendations contained in the report. The conference may also wish to, number one, welcome the second report on the states of the world's forest genetic resources and the third report on the status of the world's plant genetic resources for food and agriculture. Secondly, adopt the revised Global Plan of Action through the draft resolution on reaffirming the world's commitment to conservation, sustainable use, and development of forest genetic resources as contained in Appendix E of the report. And finally, request the Secretariat of the Commission to facilitate, subject to the availability of resources, a meeting of FAO members and potential partners with a view to establishing a global pollinator platform. Finally, the conference is also invited to request FAO, when developing budget allocations, to take into account the outcomes of the Commission's 20th Regular Session with regard to the preparation of the second report on the state of the world's biodiversity for food and agriculture, and support countries in this process. Thank you very much for your attention.